Once upon a time, there lived funny little people, not at the top and not in the middle, but below, so low that light never reached there and thoughts hit the ceiling and fell back down. This place was not marked on any map, but everyone knew the way in. It opened with a single click. Through a screen, a link, a video about truth. A person thought they stepped in just for a minute, just to look, just to understand, just to make sure they were not alone. But the door behind them closed softly, almost with care, and it became clear this was the basement. In the basement, people did not speak. They read aloud. Words tangled, stress slipped, meaning limped like a drunk god. The thoughts were foreign, taken from others, but stripped neatly like old wallpaper in an abandoned house. Everything was ground up in a second, turned into new material and fed back to those already sitting along the walls. They listened closely. They especially loved the moments with pain or with humiliation, when someone said, "This was done to me." In those seconds, the basement grew warm, almost cozy. Someone nodded, someone wrote comments, someone asked for more. She was always at the center, the mistress, with a voice that sounded as if it saw the text for the first time, yet read it like a sentence. In her hands was a whip, not of leather, but of words. The words struck precisely, routinely, professionally, and every strike was answered by whispers from below. More. Do it tomorrow. We will come. They called it understanding. They called it support. In truth, it was pleasure taken from their own humiliation, wrapped carefully in the pretty paper of awareness. They brought their stories, laid them out, rewrote them, added details, savored them. The worse it was, the more valuable, the more painful, the deeper, and therefore the more correct. Sometimes others fell into the basement. Those who had recently been thrown out of someone else's hell, they were still shaking, disoriented, with empty eyes, with hormones crashing against the walls. They could sit down for a while, listen, even repeat after the others. It seemed to them this was the path, that this was how it should be, but something clicked in some of them. They suddenly noticed the smell, stale, sweet, sticky. They noticed that pain was not healed here, but fed, that no one was looking for an exit. And if they had enough strength, they stood up and left. The door opened again and the light cut their eyes. Those who remained watched them go with hatred, because the worst thing for the basement is silence, when there is no one to tell how they were broken. When the whip hangs in the air and finds no back, when it turns out that suffering is not a merit but a symptom. Somewhere under the ceiling, a formula always hung that no one there liked. The one who endures humiliation for years is not a saint and not special. He is ill. This thought was more dangerous than any whip. It shattered the throne on which the basement dwellers sat, convinced that their pain was depth and not a pit. The basement place did not disappear. It is still there under screens and comments, and nighttime watching of one more video. Anyone can enter it. A psychopath, an empath, a smart one, a broken one, any one. But the fairy tale ends simply and cruelly. Anyone can enter. Only the one who likes being below stays.